Welcome back to the Great War Western Front. I've played through a couple of turns where nothing happened. I didn't attack and the Germans didn't either, but right now we are being attacked in Ypres. We have 3 corps here, and we're facing down 11 German corps. We moved our... Oh, we do have our planes in the area, so that will at least give us some air cover, a little supply draw, and we do have a supply depot here. Let's jump in. All right, so we have a broad front we're defending here. Looks like we already have enemy planes in the sky. I'm going to wait for them to get a little closer, then send out some fighters, depending what they are. I was able to upgrade a few more trenches. We have some more supply here due to the supply depot. And with the troops we have French, Belgian, and elite French troops. With their bonuses, the Belgians get a... what is it? I guess it's just a reduction in penalties from negative... morale things. So I sent them out first, and the French get a reduction in how much they cost to bring in as reinforcements. So I tried to leave as many French as possible for reinforcements, send out mostly Belgians and some of the elite French as my first wave. So I mostly have regular French and some elite French as my reserves to call in. I knocked out their recon fighter, and we are so far holding out against that weak first wave they usually send. Got a few upgraded trenches throughout. I think I went with like 5 or 6 machine guns here, so definitely more than usual. Let's see if our fighters engage here. I don't know how this will turn out. Looks like we've got a 2 versus 1 right away, and they got on his tail. Very nice. Now they're on our tail, but we still have 2 on 1. So we did lose 1 fighter. I wonder how this is going to go, if we'll lose this other one or if it'll make it back. Still on double speed, waiting for that first real attack to hit. Again, have just 1 heavy artillery. Might regret it, we'll see. For the heaviest attacks, it would definitely help to have more. But again, at 90 points a pop, and then you're looking at paying per barrage too for supply. I'm still trying to find that right balance that I like. 1 heavy artillery on defense is what I think I like. Sometimes 2 if I have a really nice supply situation. And here we go. Waiting for the right time and spot for my artillery barrage. Looks like this might be it. Good, we've already got some machine gun fire coming in. And this is a really heavy assault. They've got a lot of guys coming at us. We do have some machine guns off to the left firing. They are suppressing us to the right. And we're gonna lose the first trench line. But I think we'll hold the second, just trying to guess based on how things look right here. Especially if they're not able to land more suppression on my other trenches. I think we've got the rifle fire to hold them out of that second trench line. Yeah, this elite company is going to be a tough one to deal with, but I think our regulars can hold them, just given on how worn down they already are. No, might not be. Might not be it. So we'll see. They're bombarding their own trench here. And let's call some elites to come up and reinforce this trench. As soon as this is ready, I'm going to hit this back trench with artillery. There we go. We're going to go skirmish formation here, so we get a little spread out. I said skirmish formation. And we're going to get in this trench, because I need to retake this one. Let's get this trench taken so that we can have another angle of rifle fire coming on this next round of attacks. They're doing a good job of suppressing me. I'm not able to get nearly as much rifle fire as I'd like. But now here, if they're not able to suppress me, these 4 companies are cooked. I think my Belgians can hold right here. And I'm going to take this one back. It's just a conscript company there. And I don't think they'll be able to hold up against regulars given how beat up they already are. They're launching artillery. I'm making them waste artillery on troops that are in the open, won't even be there by the time the shells come in. So that's good for me. And we've got this trench back. Took some losses doing it, but we've got it back. We beat the first wave and a half, and haven't given up any ground. They've got a bomber coming in, so I'll bring in my fighters to intercept it and try to keep my machine guns alive. Because they're gonna try to take out my machine guns with this, and I'd very much like to keep them intact. I already lost one machine gun nest. I'm not keen to lose another. They've had quite an impact for me when I'm able to keep them alive. There we go, bombers down. And here comes the next wave. A lot of conscripts here. I'm sure we'll start to see artillery coming in. So I've got my own artillery hitting their concentrations here. Hopefully get them a little rattled, deal some casualties before they even really get in rifle range. And I'd like to get some more machine gun fire going between some of these barrages. We lost a fighter. There we go. Now we've got the machine gun fire coming in. The important thing is to get rid of those elite units, because they're the ones that'll give us the most trouble in melee. Conscripts, not too worried about. We can handle those. Alright, they took one trench. Let's look over here. This attack's looking tough to deal with. So I'm going to send some regulars up to this back trench just so I have another line I could call in. And artillery's not ready yet, but soon. Now they've got more companies than they can fit in trenches right there. So one of those is just going to get shredded by my machine guns. Even though we're getting suppressed for now, if they move, they're going to get wrecked. And here we go. Now I can hit these guys with heavy artillery and get that trench rattled while I get ready to take it back. Now I'm going to send some troops to get back in there. I'll try to move some guys up to make sure I don't have any gaps in my defense, because they're definitely sending another wave at me. Good, they're trying to get out of the trench and come at me. That's exactly what I want, because that makes them vulnerable to my machine gun fire and my rifle fire. So now we've got it. This is actually perfect. It's exactly how we wanted it to go. I'm not sure why they did this, but I'll take it. So we just knocked out 2 elite companies there. We're able to retake some positions. I don't know if there's anyone in here. Let's check the old-fashioned way. Nope. It's free real estate. So now we're able to advance and retake those positions again. We're in good shape. We're over halfway through the battle. We haven't lost any ground. Still got a good amount of supply left. Have enough planes that we can call more in. Artillery's ready to go. So we'll be ready to absorb that next assault when it comes. Having that extra supply in this battle has made a huge difference. And I think this is a pretty defensible map too, with the river down the middle. It's some open territory. You know, not a lot of woods or anything they could really use as cover. Here we go. This is the next one. They're leading with an elite unit. I'm going to wait until we can see a little more of where this push is coming from. Looks like it's going to be on the far flank. And here comes the artillery. Should start hitting perfectly on time. This is a lot though. This is a heavy push. Good news is they haven't hit my machine guns yet. So we've still got them firing full go at everyone approaching our trenches. One company turned back. Now the second wave could get a little dicey. I actually don't have that much depth to my defense over here. So for options, don't have a lot. You know what? I'm going to retreat this company, and then when that slot opens up, I'm going to call in some reserves to this trench. I'll bring in elites. Actually, this is bad. That's not where I wanted them to come from at all. But we're going to scooch right into this trench and see what we can take. I think being an elite versus two companies that are pretty beat up, we'll be able to take it. Seems a little cheesy pulling them off map like that, but I'll take it for now. And then yeah, let's get this trench reinforced. Rest of the front looks solid. There we go. They're shelling us over the center, so I'm guessing that means another attack coming this way. Or maybe they were just trying to get rid of that machine gun out of spite. We've only lost a few companies, and the Germans have burned through a bunch. So this battle's definitely tipping toward our favor in casualties. Again, I don't really know how closely the game tracks gold and supply for the AI. I'd assume it tracks the same way it does for the player, but I'm not sure. But if it does, well, I guess it shows replacement costs for them. So we're going to be eating into their replacement costs quite a bit here. Alright, it's been a little bit since their last attack. Usually, if the AI waits this long between waves, it means they're considering ceasefire. Oh, just as I say it, there we go. That was that threshold of how long between attacks. I've got my artillery queued up once I see where the bulk of their forces are coming from. Let's drop it here. I think this will be the right spot. There we go. We're slowing them down, suppressing them, and doing some damage as well. And now they're within rifle range of this next trench. Though they have suppressed my machine guns, so that's a lot of firepower that's not hitting this attack. Also had this trench empty back here, so they would be realistically able to fire on these guys quite a bit if they were there, but unfortunately they're not right now. All right, so they are going to push through the center, but I feel like they've got to be low on troops right now. I've got a couple trenches back here that can hold. There we go. Now we're getting some good fire in. We just want to make sure they're weak by the time they get into melee range. That's the important part. Getting some fire from this Belgian trench up ahead as well. Good thing they missed, because my guys were in column formation there. They'd get wrecked instantly. While we've got it, I'm going to send these Belgians over to the next trench and make sure we win this melee. It was a little dicey without them. We probably would have lost without the Belgians, yeah, because these elite infantry are going to probably retreat here. Well, I'll retreat them now since they're so weak. But having that extra company did the trick. I don't think I'm going to push forward into that next trench. I feel like it's just going to cost me a company, especially since I'm not sure if it's occupied or not at this point. And we've only got 2 minutes left. So if they can pull something together to push through with the losses they've taken in 2 minutes, then, you know, they kind of deserve it. So keep an eye on over here since they're shelling it heavily. Might be another attack coming this way. Nothing yet. So, and they're running short on time. So that could be the end of what they've got. We burned through a bunch of their forces. Yeah, not seeing anything, and we're under a minute. Here we go. All right, leading with conscripts, and then they've got some elites in the back. We've got a pretty solid line over here. We've got a few double-filled trenches. Don't have any elites, but we've got some defense in depth over here. There's quite a bit of space between trenches, so even if they do bust through, it's going to be a bad time for them. All right, and I will just sit back and let them absorb some rifle fire until we hit the end. There we go. Ceasefire. The casualties should be astronomical for them. It's got to be ridiculously high. Let's see. Yeah, they're over 12,000 and 4 planes. We lost 3 planes and just over 2,000. Very lopsided on that one. We got some medals there with the supply. National will's fine. The money helps too. Supply's big, though. With the last round of research, I was able to upgrade our supply money trading, so we get 200 supply for each 500 gold now instead of 150. All right, 8 national will on our side, -6 on theirs. So we're working toward it. Oh, and they're coming at us again. So we've got battle fatigue this time. And this is going to be tough. So where are we looking? Ypres again? I think I just pulled troops out of Ypres. We're going to have to fight this one manually because I don't trust the AI at all. All right, so a similar setup to last time, but this map is weird. What do we got here for planes? Just a recon plane. I'll take it down.
The sky is ours, men.
And this is the reason that map is weird. There's this open kind of spot that's tough to defend. If they launch a big attack through here, I'm cooked, I think. But who knows? It's not... It's weird with this gap through the middle. It's tough to defend that area. But you can also get stretched pretty thin and things can get weird. Got quite the air battle going on here. It doesn't appear that we're winning. I'd imagine this plane's going to go down. Yep. I think we shot down their scout, though. I've got 1 artillery again. It says all negative morale modifiers are reduced by 50%, but my Belgian and French are the same morale. I wonder what the reason is for that. Again, deployed all my Belgians up front because the French have that bonus to being cheaper to reinforce. Got a few French troops scattered throughout, mix of regulars and elites. Here we go. We've got some an attack coming now. Just trying to time the artillery strike, and I think this is it. There we go. We're hitting that front line, and the quicker we hit the front line, the quicker we can start to take out the ones behind them. Now we've got our fighters on their bomber, so that we can hopefully keep our machine guns up and at them. Are you firing? You better be. There we go. We've got that bomber down. And man, this is just a lot of troops we're facing here. We got some elite infantry surrendering. Took out my machine gun nest. All right, so we've got this attack's down. Oh, they're attacking other fronts at the same time. We held that one off, no problem. Can I call in more fighters to make sure we win this one? They're getting out of the trench, which is stupid. Don't do that. Well, I guess go ahead and do it. I don't mind. There we go. Took down another one of their fighters, but I guess we're just going to keep flying in a straight line and let them take us out. Get distracted by the air battle and missing the important stuff on the ground. But now we've got this trench reinforced, so should be in good shape to hold them off. Get some rifle fire on that next line already. Yeah, the other front's holding. Let's get reinforcements coming up, because things could get dicey here. If they advance past this trench, we will have the second line open fire. And let's make sure we get in our fighting formation and not column. Because if we're in column, we'll get taken out immediately by a single burst of artillery. We'll knock these regulars out pretty quick, and then be able to turn and face down this next assault. This is exactly what I needed to be able to turn around and face these Jaegers. That's great if we can knock out the first wave. And yep, exactly what I needed to happen. I wonder if we'll end up losing an air corps because of the casualties we've taken in the sky. They are so bunched up. I wish I had my artillery ready. Here we go. Watch, they'll all scatter by the time my strike gets in. Do I have machine guns going out over here? Oh, I'm getting them. It looks like a bug where I'm not seeing tracers like you normally would. I wonder if it's because there is so much fire going on that it's, you know, limiting how many things can be shown on screen. Could be that. We need our fighters to perform a little better than the last ones who flew in a straight line until they were shot down. There we go. So far, we're not suppressed. As I say that, we start getting hit with some light artillery. But we're keeping some really good rifle fire on these guys coming in. I did take one of the tech upgrades for improved sights, I think, for more rifle damage. And that's really coming in handy here with just how many troops they're throwing at us that we're able to take on with only rifle fire. And they made it to our trench, but our rifle fire really cut down the number who made it. And we're going to lose this trench, but it's going to make it easier to hold the next one. They're not going to be able to follow on and take the next trench after this. No, it might actually... No, not going to hold it. As soon as my guys surrender, I'll call in artillery, and then we can retake it. Actually, yeah, let's artillery it. There's just a chance something dumb happens, and, you know, my guys wander around in the open for a bit before they actually advance and take it, and I don't want that to happen. Let's make sure these other fronts all look solid, and they do. Alright, not gonna have a chance to reinforce here before the next one comes. Ooh, let's... No, let's get back. I don't want to get greedy. If I tried to take that trench, there's a decent chance I just get shot up on the way and don't even make it in. We've got the rifle fire to make them pay for this advance. Is this more fighters? Yep. Another German fighter, and they have a bomber coming in now. So I'm going to have to intercept that. But they're taking they're taking some big time hits being out in the open here. We'll be able to hold this trench. Yep, we held. Now we've got the artillery to hit this next wave. I'm expecting it's bigger than just these guys. It doesn't seem like enough for them to really push with. This is probably the most active air battle here that I've seen. Usually it's pretty mild with the number of air sorties you actually see, and we've been pretty active in the air over here.
The sky is ours, men.
Spending a lot of supply taking on their planes. And being that they're just trying to take on my machine gun nest with bombers, I don't know if that's actually worth it. That's worth the supply I'm spending to take care of it. There we go, we'll hold this trench. And right away, I'll move up to the next one. How have we not shot this bomber down yet? Go get it. There we go. About time we got that one. All right, let's switch these guys. Make sure we get our fresher company up at the firing line. Get the most rifle fire we can going. Do have another barrage ready, so I'll call that in nice and close as they try to take this trench. We're down to 8 minutes. We spent a few turns before I kicked off this video. No one attacking the other. And figured, no, we're both building up supply, but they have, I'm guessing with these two attacks, that they've burned through the money and supplies they saved up in those couple of turns, that they don't have any of that left. So that should leave us in a better position to attack soon. I think we were planning to attack around, I was looking at attacking from Ypres. I think we might try to attack from Noyon again, where we tried to attack from before and weren't successful. I might give that one another shot, given how the situation's changed a little bit in there. They moved some forces away. We did too, but I moved a couple back. So I think we might be in good enough shape to try that one. Let's call in some artillery right here. Hit that trench again. And they made it. They'll probably knock out this French company, but we'll hold the trench. Oh, nope. We're gonna disregard. Stay put. Their casualties are going to be truly ridiculous in this battle. With just the masses they've been setting through here, we're got to be over 13. I'd guess. My guess is going to be 14,000. I don't see how they can get away with anything less than 14,000 casualties just trying to push through this gap. Caveat there is if they call it early, it's going to be lower, but if they keep trying to push through the duration of the battle, I'm going to guess 14,000. All right, ceasefire here. I'm going to guess 10,500. Let's see what we get. And look at that. We are at, wow, I was way under. They're at 17,000. I was not even close, and we were at 1,400. We lost more aircraft, though. Either way, they had to pay $2,000 to replace those losses. We only paid less than 400. So, very good balance for us. Look at that. Plus 12, minus 11 on the national will. We're making a difference in starting to separate here. Let's see what we get for an event. We get some siege artillery deployed to Calais if we can research advanced artillery in the next 5 turns. So I believe that is in engineering. Is this our siege artillery? Yes. So let's just go with efficient heavy artillery. It's going to give us 20-second lower cooldown. Long range death. There we go. We got plus 5 national will out of that. We're starting to knock down their national will a little earlier, I feel like, than the last campaign. We're only in 1915 and we've already gotten down to 500. So we've just got to keep that pace up. Let's see. I think this is going to be my next attack here. So let's try to prepare for this attack. We only have 5 corps here. Come on. There, they moved. And we've got 6 over there. Got a bunch of Brits over here and some friends. I think we're set. We're set on that front. Who do we have over here? Let's send this Canadian corps down to Compiègne. I want to see what those Canadian abilities are like. And then Ypres, we've got those planes. I think we're in good shape. I'm going to call it here for today. We will get ready to get back on the offensive in the next episode. So thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series and have a good one.